They don't see color.
They don't see color. They don't.
But they knew. This is Shana.
Kris.
And we are Bad Queers. If you came out of the closet and got put in a box of stereotypes you don't belong to, then welcome to the Bad Queers Club.
All right. This week in Queer Urban Dictionary, I have clitorference, which is a personal fave. I've defined this before. Clitorference is just fun. It's just fun. This is one of the ones I was glad like we got together and made up. But it's simply when someone gets in the way of you flirting, making out, or having sex with a woman you're interested in. It's the women-loving women version of cock blocking. You know, it's a sapphic cock blocking. So,
a sapphic cock blocking, indeed.
Strap blocking.
Strap blocking. Wow, might have to add that as a synonym.
Yeah, that might be
the definition.
That might
strap
be
blocking.
There. Strap blocking.
That could be the masculine side of things, where it's like your homie is getting hit on, and you're blocking their blessings. We'll play with it.
We'll put a pin in it.
We'll play with it.
We'll put a pin in it.
We'll play with that.
Yeah.
But we're onto something.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, great. My Queer Urban Dictionary word of the week is boots. Boots is something of an intensifier that you can use to compliment someone, their performance, talent, outfit, or more. For example, if you were to compliment someone's makeup, you could say, "Your makeup is flawless, Boots." To continue to explain my sentence, as Bob the Drag Queen explains in a video for Vanity Fair, if you wanted to emphasize how fierce something is even further, you could add the house down and say, "Your show was fierce, the house down, Boots." And that comes from LGBTQ Nation.
Good one.
Just throw it in there. All right. Let's go ahead and pray tell. Our first category is 25 people were arrested while protesting against proposed federal ban against gender-affirming care against trans minors. So more than 50 activists gathered on Tuesday, February 17th in D.C. to protest proposed federal rules that would restrict access to gender-affirming care for transgender minors. The demonstration, organized by the Gender Liberation Movement with participation from ACT UP New York and ACT UP Pittsburgh, took place outside the Hubert H. Humphrey Building, headquarters of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. We don't like the Health and Human Services right now. They're pissing us off, and they keep attacking all of our trans family specifically. So protesters blocked the entrance, held signs reading "Hands off our moans," and chanted in support of trans youth. 25 people were arrested for blocking the entrance to the building and now in custody of DC's with final day for public comment on the proposed rules, and 106 members of Congress sent a letter the same day opposing them. The rules, proposed in December 2025 by HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., would bar hospitals providing gender-affirming care to minors from participating in Medicare and Medicaid, which pays for a bunch of people's health. And it would prohibit federal Medicaid and children's health insurance program funds from covering such care, and exclude gender dysphoria from protections under Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act. We want trans youth and their loving families so we see them, we cherish them, and we won't let these attacks go on without a fight, says GLM co-founder Raquel Willis in a press release. We also want all Americans to understand that Trump, RFK, and their HHS won't stop trying to block care for trans youth. They're coming for trans adults, for those who need treatment, from insulin to SSRIs, and all those already failed by a broken insurance system. And this comes from Pink News. So the biggest thing of that I want y'all to be sure to hear is that last sentence that Raquel pointed out. They're not just coming for sports anymore. We knew that sports was the gateway drug to then start attacking the rest of the trans community. Yes, they went after trans kids. Yes, they went after trans sports and had an issue, and then they started moving up to the college level, and now they're out here trying to make sure that we can't get any sort of gender-affirming care, even though we show them how many services would also impact cisgender women based off of this. But that last sentence of this would cause issues to what we see as general everyday treatment, insulin, going to get your physical, going to get blood work, all of that is going to be impacted by this bill. So That's what's happening. That's what's happening here, and it's very frustrating. And it just
Ways to play.
continues. Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah. Scary times to think about. I saw a couple of clips of RFK on somewhere talking about how he always talks about his drug use, which is crazy. I mean, white people love talking about their drug use, but he, as the head of, my God, just
HHS.
Yeah, anything with I was like, anything with health attached to him is pretty nuts. So,
I'm like, sir, when was the last time we went on a walk? Just to walk.
You know,
that's what I want to know.
You see that he is clearly addicted to working out, but that is like the only reason I think he was chosen, like, by Trump. Like, Trump's like, oh, he's in shape. Like, all the other stuff that he puts in his body and does and has done is like, doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. That's all. So, yeah, we're just living in just crazy times. So we'll keep an update on that, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens at this point.
No, truly.
All right. This next category is rest in peace to Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr., the towering, iconic civil rights leader, Baptist minister, Chicago institution who helped expand the movement from street protest to lasting political power, passed away at 84 this past week. There was an immediate outpouring of just his decades of work in civil rights globally, his impact. He was introduced to the world as a mentee of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. After Dr. King was assassinated, Jesse Jackson continued his political activism, starting the Rainbow Coalition and Operation Push, Rainbow Push. He was always pushing for equality with jobs, education, voting rights, and economic justice for all marginalized communities. His impact, again, has gone beyond the U.S. borders. He was involved with hostage situations and freeing hostages in a number of times. He went everywhere in the world there was injustice. And his presidential runs in 1984 and 1988 absolutely opened the door for third-party candidates, but Black and brown candidates of color to run and to seek, higher office during his run. So, and he was one of the first people to mainstream queer rights into Democratic politics. At the Democratic National Convention in 1984, he explicitly included lesbians and gays in his speech. And, he's shown up for us. He's been such an intersectional civil rights leader, just a human rights champion for his entire life. Like, that's his legacy from beginning to end. He certainly isn't without his criticisms, because nobody is above that. But he leaves behind a massive legacy, and it is scary during a time that they're actively erasing our Black history, that the people who lived it are passing on, are becoming ancestors. So I know he had been sick for a while, but this is, it's a loss. It's a massive loss. This, his life, again, his one life changed so many lives, millions of lives globally on this planet. So there's like no better way to leave a legacy and, to continue the work that his mentor taught him. So rest in peace to Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr. That was sad news to see, but he certainly lived a full life. 84 is a blessing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Am I sick of the universe missing the person that they should be doing this to? Yes. But, I'm just...
when we get the news that day... My God.
It's going to be as... Take Charlie Kirk and times it by 1 million.
I can't imagine.
I'm just going to leave.
I can't imagine, but it's like,
I'm going to head out.
There's nothing that's going to get done. No work.
The day that happens.
If it's during a work day.
Nothing is getting done.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to leave. And it's either going to be a mix of celebration to weird mourning, but it's going to be like aggressive mourning. That's the
Yeah.
only, like, once it happens, it's going to be aggressive mourning and
Yeah.
in your face mourning, not genuine, beautiful mourning.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to hop on a plane and head out.
You know
And
what's
head
sad
out.
though, I'll say about Jesse Jackson passing, and especially now, is to have seen all of the progress, well, to start his life in the thick of just the racism and violent oppression, and to do so much work to change things. And then as you're leaving the surf, and I know it's all a circle, but like the way it's swinging now, like that's got to be tough to see everything that's kind of that he worked for, or most of the things he worked for, being undercut or scaled back or completely eviscerated. Is like, that's got to be tough to see that. But you know, that's why it's important we know our history, our real history, so that these things aren't lost and we don't keep repeating it. But yeah, I can't imagine just being like, Jesus, let me get out of here. I did all I could do, and he certainly did. So crazy. All right, let's go to happier stuff.
Happier news.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Unrivaled 1v1 that just happened.
Yeah.
Excite.
Button up your coverage, your closing coverage of the Unrivaled 101 tournament. Tell us how Miami was.
Ah, friends. If you had watched that Friday, you probably saw me on the television, because that was me. It was me. I was there for 3 games that week. I was only supposed to be there for 2. And then one of my friends surprised me with tickets that were courtside on Friday. And I said, well, I'm not going to miss Friday.
Yeah.
That'd be so disrespectful. I had a absolute time. It was great. So the Monday was the games, and then Wednesday and Friday were pod play, and then Friday was pod play plus quarterfinals. So got to see all the way up to that, and then watched semifinals and finals at home. But man, it was a great time. It was good. The battles,
it looked really cool in there.
They set up one, first of all.
It's about to be. It's like an all-star weekend again. For us, keep
so gay.
Keep doing its thing. I was like, good gosh, sweet.
And I love it because
I love it.
In there, everybody wants to talk to each other. I loved it because I was sitting next to like this couple, like very much stud femme dynamic. They were so fucking funny. And then to be like, hey, babe, I need you to go up and ask Ryan Howard if she'll take a picture with me, and to see the stud like get up and go and be like, hey, my wife really wants to take a photo with you. Like,
that's so funny.
And like security's trying to block, and Ryan's like, I'll take the one photo. I'll take it. And like went over and got it. I was like, go ahead. But to see, the players are just right there. They'll take photos. They'll do I got photos with Dana Evans and the Phantoms coach. I got a photo of me talking to Sanaya Rivers, and everybody is just right there. There's points where Veronica Burton, Kate Martin, Kelsey Plum, Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray, all of them are sitting 2 to 3 seats down from me.
Right there.
They're right there. Aaliyah Boston in the section next to me. A bunch of other people who came in to watch the family that we knew of. Marina Mayberry, right there. Everybody's just right there. And that's the best part about the arena, is that everybody's truly right there. The whole week, me and my friends were there. We were hype. So the hype squad knew us by the end of the week, which was even more fun. And you would have thought that we spent so much money in the store with how much swag we walked out with, when really we didn't. We just won so much stuff. I was catching shirts one-handed. I was catching shirts one-handed in the crowd. Right. Don't do that.
I was like, you said that. You're like, you would think.
That's why I said that we were hype. I was like, we got to play games. We got to, we caught all the shirts. The hype people were like, I'm going to toss you the shirt.
Funny.
And I was like, yes.
Catch all the shirts.
Thank you all.
But yes, for the few kids that were in there.
Yeah, no, fuck them kids. What? It's fine. It's fine. Because some of them didn't deserve it. I worked hard. I was sweating. I got to take a photo with my favorite media person, Roz Gold. I love that bitch. I was hoping to get Lisa Leslie again, but she wasn't. I was sad, but that's okay. We'll get her. We'll get her next year. But the games. Let's talk about the games. The games were great. Truly, still, fully, completely the ultimate piece of this was both of the stud buds getting goose egged.
Oh my God. People, I love the jokes online about like, I scored as many points as the stud buds in the one-on-one tournament. It's just, I was like, damn. Who didn't get the ball at all? Courtney didn't get the ball at all, right? Yeah.
Courtney didn't get the ball at all. Tisha at least had a chance, but Courtney did not get the ball at all. And by the end of the night, me and my friends were calling them the dud buds with all the
I
stuff
love
they did.
that stuff like this happens to them because it is funny as fuck though. Like it's great for content that this would happen. Like I know they did not plan this, like because they just wanted the competitors in them, but that is funny. Like that is just objectively funny that both of you combine for 0 points.
0 points.
Yeah.
0 points.
On a one-on-one.
Veronica Burton ate Courtney up. Tish had gotten moved to the second round because another team ended up not being able to play, but still ended up playing against Kelsey Plum, and Kelsey is a 3-on-3 basketball championship person. So she just it was like disrespectful the way that Kelsey was just hopping around the court with Tish. Like, damn. And Aaliyah, it was funny because it ended up being like a lot of the namesakes that played against each other. So like the Aaliyahs played against each other. So we had Aaliyah Edwards and Aaliyah Boston. That game was very fun because it was very physical. Aaliyah was mad, just mad. And I'm like, I know that this takes y'all back to college and what that was like every time y'all met on the court. I know that was frustrating. I know, but the UConn South Carolina games were fun and you two had to go against each other. And now both of you have learned your women's professional techniques and put them on display. That was a great one. That was one of my favorites. To have the final be the Grays. We had Alicia Gray and we had Chelsea Gray. Like to have that happen
any better, and for it to be what it was, like that was such a good final. Like it was just like, who is gonna win this? Because at first I was just like, God damn, she might get smoked, Chelsea Gray, and then. No. And then it was just like the longest like kind of championship game point, like where it's just like, who wants to win this money? Like they were totally gassed, and then, gotta always, you can't, the point guard.
I was like, did you see Alicia look at her and be like, hey, you just want to call it a tie?
I know that was, I mean, I get it. Like, and it's just like, damn,
girl, I don't blame you.
They were
Y'all
so
bent
gassed.
over.
They were
bent
so gassed
over
at the end. Like, and
I
knew it was
so
gonna.
Hard.
I feel like I knew it was gonna end in a 3. Like one of them were gonna hit a 3 because they were just like trying to, just like, please go in.
Is it please?
So, no, that was really good. And again, it just it's the best thing to happen in sports for. Especially like an all-star, kind of thing. Like it's such a good showcase. It's so fun to watch. It is.
Yeah, it is. So. And for Chelsea Gray to continue her winning streak from winning
for everything
on Rose last season to not having lost anything so far, plus all her MVP and other awards and stuff. Like she's won all the stuff.
My God. What a trophy. Did she win?
That wall is absurd.
Did she win in college? No, not at Duke. She didn't win at Duke. Did they win? Is that the only level she hasn't won a championship in?
You want to Google?
Let's see. Let me see.
We haven't done some live Googles in a minute.
Yeah, let me live Google
done some live Googles in a minute.
Yeah,
but
but she first team all ACC and all this other stuff. So yeah,
of course.
One Turkish women's cup champion. So the trophy case is in a room, okay, in the Gray household, okay?
It's a room. It's all over.
It's a room. I
was like, the small child can't touch any of the things, and that's what it is.
Can't even go in there.
Also another namesake game that was really good. The Kelsey on Kelsey.
Yes.
Kelsey Plum and Kelsey
all
Mitchell.
of it felt like it was like, I know they didn't script this, but I was like, this couldn't have fallen any better with some of these matchups. No. So the Kelsey game was good too.
Yeah, I loved the Paige Chelsea game. I know that it did on a free throw was not the way we wanted it to finish. Y'all got to stop sleeping on Bray Burrell because she's that girl. Like, Leave her out of
Yeah,
this.
it's like,
The
okay.
main one that I was devastated
Excuse
about
me.
not being able to see was the Alyssa Thomas versus Aaliyah Boston game.
Mm.
I was very sad that game didn't happen. And then they had Letitia Amir was going to play her, and she was there. She was there on Wednesday, but then they didn't end up having her play either. So Aaliyah just automatically moved to the next round. And I was like, she is sitting here in the audience. Like, I saw her Monday. So why is she not playing Wednesday? I said, you were here. I saw you. I seen you. Why is you up here?
What was the reason for Alyssa Thomas not participating?
I think like some sort of injury.
Okay.
Honestly, something tells me that Alyssa was just like, nah, I'm not feeling it tonight. Thanks so much.
I would love a little break.
She's like, I'm good.
So,
but yes,
yeah.
but some of the other big things that folks pointed out with Unrivaled was one, they added up the time that total that folks played because, you know, the game is 1st to 7. And all of Chelsea Gray's accumulated paycheck from the WNBA for the whole season, she earned in 31 minutes. Actually, she earned more because it's like 191.
It's
something.
like 196 or 197.
Yeah. And
close to 200K.
Unrivaled was 200.
Yeah.
30 minutes. If y'all don't stop playing with this motherfucking
Where
CBA.
Where is the money, WNBA? Like,
stop
and this is season
CBA.
2, you know? Like, let's just stop playing. Like, just stop playing, y'all. Stop.
Especially with the most recent update that the WNBA saw, the WNBPA sent in a second proposal that was everything was a little bit lower. And still the WNBA was like, y'all are going to bankrupt us. You're going to bankrupt us with this. And I said, y'all need to go in higher. Go back and go higher. Go back and go in with Stewie's original numbers that you're going to go in with, because they were going to go in with 40% if it was Stewie's option, but they went in with 30%. And now they came back and said like 28.5 or 27.5 for the number plus X amount. And they were like, you're going to run us out. The day after this, today, ESPN then announced that they are going to have women's sports Sundays.
Yeah,
and they're going to play women's soccer and the WNBA in the primetime slot on Sundays.
9 weeks of it. Like,
if y'all don't stop playing in their face.
Yeah. And I thought that was interesting. They had to put something there. ESPN lost Sunday Night Baseball is what they've had for the longest time. So, like, to finally have a dedicated time that you could go back and see women's sports is like, whoa, what? It's such a long time coming, but very interesting. The money's there. Stop playing around. Like, they got to get it together. It's there. Stop playing. Stop.
Like, honestly, Sephora will write the single check. The way that Sephora has been investing in the WNBA, between Sephora and Ally.
Yeah. It's like Sephora and Ally and Samsung. Don't let Google get into it. So
okay.
Keep playing. And that's the thing that they're in danger of. And, you know, no other pro league has that real danger of being undercut by another league. Like, they could, like, this could continue to grow. They were trying to say early in the season, at least season 2 of Unrivaled got off to a not as big start as season 1, but it's starting to balance out. Like, people have to find it first off or remember the days. But, you know, they're able to do this. This was successful during a crowded weekend of Olympics. And you had the NBA All-Star weekend going on as well, which was not anywhere as exciting as this. So, yeah, they better watch it. Another league could come. Unrivaled could come. It's for the taking. So the WNBA better, you know, figure it out.
I was like, we still got, Project B?
Yeah, that hasn't even
don't know what they're
debuted.
about to do.
We don't even know what that's about to look like. They've been able to see what they need to do. And again, like, there's loyalty to the WNBA, like the teams themselves, but like the league, no. Like, nobody, nobody's like, we've got to save the league. Like, it's like, no, I'm going with the players. I'm going with the talent. I'm going with, and like, they're so smart. They know.
Shown us the checks.
Yeah.
Shown us the checks.
And you should want to nurture your players in your league. Like, they do that overseas. It just doesn't make any sense not to invest into the product. And like, the product is who's bringing in the revenue in the first place. So all that money they say they don't have is because they're mismanaging it, and it has nothing to do with the players. So
Yes, everything that
that's
we
it.
are frustrated with and that we're seeing them not do is poor business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we've made it make sense in so many different ways in so many other areas. And each time they come back with evaluation and the numbers just happen to change and get higher every time. Y'all cannot say that it won't work. Plus, if the MNBA is able to function in red for decades and continue to run, I think y'all will be fine. I think y'all will be fine. If you're like, we're going to bankrupt the league, the NBA is fine. Y'all are partial owners of all this.
MLB,
You'll
NFL, all of them operate in the red for well past the WNBA isn't even 30 yet. It's about to turn 30, right? 97, 96. So it's not even 30 yet. That the league itself isn't 30 years old. Like, you know, baseball is in its 100th something season. Basketball is well past. I know they did 75 a couple of years back. So I don't know where they are, but they're close to 80 years old. So, you know, we'll see. We will see.
Indeed.
All right. You want to talk about TV?
Chelsea Gray again.
Yeah. Shout out to what a paycheck.
What a paycheck. Yeah, congratulations,
what a
girl.
paycheck. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So next category is what we're watching. We haven't updated y'all in a minute, but we're back.
Some goings on, huh?
What we're watching. I feel like I finished a lot of stuff.
Yeah. What'd you finish that you feel accomplished about? Want to talk about?
No, for real. So finished season 1 of The Pit.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
My wife was like, can y'all get the stud on The Pit? I was like, we could try. We could try to get her on.
I want it. I would love it. And then I am week to week on the new season. So I understand I understand you where you're like, just gotta wait.
Yeah.
Because it is better. But I'm sitting over here each week and I'm like, ugh. This is annoying. I see why Kris does this.
Especially this season. You like I it's such a good show, but it's just like, all right, y'all finish y'all's time. You know how they break it down. It's like, you know, over the course of a day or whatever. It's like, all right, well, finish y'all's day. Let me know, and then I'll watch the whole season.
And that's fair. But now I'm in it. So it's like my weekly,
I get it.
My every Monday lunch break is that. Mm-hmm. That's just it's a part of my schedule now. I finished that. I finished Swagger on Apple TV. I also finished what's it called? It has to do with the fire smoke. Apple TV. Yeah. Finished Smoke.
Oh, that Smoke, the Journey Smollett one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was good. I have to finish that. I got deep into that and then stopped watching it, but it was good though.
Yeah, which makes sense because it got really intense.
Yeah. I mean, that is it. So. It's like, oh, okay. Let me come back to this. Yeah. Well, I've been in K-pop Demon World. Seen that at least 400 times.
Is that because of y'all or is that because of the children? What
do you think?
Or is it yes and?
What do you think?
I just want you to admit to the people that
you think that I'm watching I'm watching K-pop Demon Hunters 400 times just because of
maybe.
Okay. And you know what? Okay, that we're gonna log your answer for that. Okay. So K-pop
you
Demon
said you
Hunters,
enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's good, but I wouldn't have watched it in any circumstances if I wasn't a parent, especially 400 times. So
I want to see the Nuggets watching it. Both of them.
Yeah. Well, they both
how excited.
She doesn't give two shits about it, but he loves it. So, you know, we'll watch it. That and Toy Story. He's now on Toy Story. So Toy Story, Toy Story 2, and Toy Story 3. He's super into. So watching a lot of that.
Don't worry. Soon The Incredibles will come in.
At some point, we turned it on. You know, he actually doesn't like things that they don't really sing in. He likes a good singing, which is very funny.
Oh, I love that.
So,
I love that.
Yeah, like if it doesn't really
too early to start off.
Don't have any.
Go ahead.
If it doesn't have any singing in it, he's like, what? Like Moana, he loves.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have a good score in it, something musical number. I was like, he's gonna like musicals probably. He's like, where is the Incredibles? Is probably a little too. There's no music in it. He's like,
he's gonna need a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, somebody get to it. Somebody get. He likes Spider-Man too. Spider-Man has.
Spider-Man has a good soundtrack.
Exactly. It's like they play enough good music in there that's loud. So he likes, Into the Spider-Verse. As for me, I'm finishing up His and Hers with Tessa
Was that good?
Thompson. And yeah, it's cool. It's okay. It's okay. It's
All right.
cool. It's cool.
Okay.
Like I was like, how
One
are
of
we
those
gonna,
weird light
this
skin
gonna end?
tension movies that
It's
her and
just like,
Journey fight for.
okay. Yeah, it's just like, okay, okay, we'll see where this goes. I started the America's Next Top Model documentary. I'm on episode 2. And I am going to jump into all the discourse afterwards, but it already it's Tyra Banks. My God.
Hey, girl.
Just never had any self-awareness at all, and still doesn't. So very interesting. We'll see how that turns out. But we all knew how crazy that show was. That's going to spawn, this documentary is definitely going to spawn some more like early aughts documentaries on reality shows, because there's a lot of shit, a lot of crazy stuff that happened for sure. I hear we talked about Bridgerton having a sapphic storyline. Might jump back into that, see what's going on. Are you watching
I'm a couple
that?
episodes. Yes, I'm a couple episodes into Bridgerton.
Is it worth it?
That is on my list. Yeah, no, it's still lovely.
Okay.
I still love it. I still love Bridgerton. Even if it wasn't doing great, I'd tell you to watch it. Like I love it. I love it.
You're like, still just watch it. Yeah. Yeah. What else am I watching that I like show wise? I don't think there's really much else. Love is Blind is obviously on.
We will
in the
be
pod
discussing.
phase.
Yeah.
We're in the pod phase with it.
We're in the early areas.
Areas of it. Very interesting so far. How about that, Ohio? Good on you.
Like, good on you
so far. Good on you, Ohio. Yeah.
Making it entertaining.
It's something.
Made me excited to watch again and not like fall asleep the first few episodes. I have been engaged to see what happens. I'm like, it feels like for this one, they have more real people that have real stories.
Yeah.
And aren't just wild and weird. But, I've seen some other discourse that had light spoilers and I was like, they're looking good right now. They're looking good right now. The people who are matching feel right to match. And I feel like phase 2 is about to get very interesting.
Yeah. I'm trying to, it's always interesting to try and stay away from the spoilers of everything going on. But, you see things and it's just like, oh, okay. See how this looks like it's going. But very, entertaining so far, Ohio. Like you have my attention, Ohio.
So. Yeah, we're pulling that there. I think we still had some feelings about Homeboy, the black guy with the dreads.
Yes, Vic St. Johnson. Is what I saw. Victor St. John. John St. John, not Johnson. Vic St. John, which sounds like
it's Vic St. Johnson. No,
is it Johnson?
Now it's Vic St. Johnson. No, it is now. Just because.
Is it? Let me see what it is. No, it's Victor.
If they actually did St. Johnson,
I know St. John. Vic St. John.
Somebody needs to make that their last name.
Sounds like a soap opera character.
I'm gonna pitch that to my future wife. Can our last name be St. Johnson?
St. Johnson would be
just blackify
something.
It. Just blackify it. It'd be so
Vic and Christine saw them. That is where I'm at. I am at the episode where they see each other. They got engaged pretty quickly. The
first little love story.
Yeah.
They were the first official ones. They found each other spiritually, deeply. They don't see color.
They don't see color. They don't.
But they knew.
They absolutely knew their colors for sure.
They knew. They absolutely knew.
Never against biracial dating. I just think it's interesting. I was like, how much dating did you do, Vic? How much dating did you do?
No, truly.
Just always very interested to see how much, because Vic knows this was a white woman and Christine knows that Vic is a black man. Like, it's just, I'm not against it. I do think, I'm like, damn, I don't know. It's like just like, it always goes this way. Like, I'm like, damn, y'all don't want to date around a little bit or just to see.
No, like what figure out.
No.
Who?
No.
Because like I said, the 2 black women that are going for the nerdy black guy, I said, those are 2 black women I could see with Vic. Like the one of them, the one that's like more calm, cool, collected, I could see her with him potentially. But at the same time, Vic does kind of spill a bunch of bullshit. And I feel like only a white woman could deal with it. So that also tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I am sure I will see more things very soon with this. They might have dodged a bullet. The homeboy who has the two black girls that are vying for him. What is his name? Let's see what his name
Pull it
is. I
up.
was trying to pull it
Pull it
up.
up. You know we don't know
Let's
nobody's name.
see. Yeah, Vic and Christine. Let's see the guy.
It's like somebody who's listening is telling us the name, and we appreciate you
Yeah.
for trying to put that into us.
And there's just
as
so
you
many of
listen.
them. Like scrolling down. A lot of
It
them.
is a big list.
A lot of them.
It is a big list.
Big
But
list.
man, one of them is ready to
Big
crash out
list.
over this man, and the other one is like, "Yo, man, figure it out. Take your
Yeah,
time.
just-
We're in here to date. Y'all gotta recognize
Just
that
casual
we're
about
in here
it.
to date."
It's not that guy.
And
Let's
that's
see.
the adult type of level that I need people to understand when they go on Love is Blind. Like, she has actively stated that this is what we're on the show to do. I'm not going to stress, even though Homegirl is back in their little shared space, being like, I'm going to marry this man. I'm marrying this man and me. We like this. Look at this. She is not tripping over nothing. She is not worried. I love it. I love it so much.
This Kevin?
Yeah, I think so.
Kevon.
Yeah,
dates Kia and Tyler L in the pods.
Yeah.
Or that's their names.
Which one?
He's
which
a
one?
Scorpio.
I don't know
Kevon.
what that means.
Is he a
He's
realtor?
like-
Is this
yeah, I
him?
think so.
Yeah, it's got to be him because there's like
really no other black guys they feature.
Yeah, besides Vic.
Yeah.
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 Interesting. Yeah. And this is the first time he has definitely juggled two women at the same time. So bless his heart. He is
Especially two
trying
black
so
women.
hard not to, right. He is trying so hard not to hurt anybody's feelings. But yeah, one of
He's
them's
so
just
stressed.
Like, I mean, whatever. Like, whatever you want to do. And the other one is like, please,
He
God.
said, please just figure it out. And the other one's like, here's my ring size. Have you bought the ring yet? Like, that's the energy that she's putting out there.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. It's been entertaining so far. Ohio has surprised me. It is we'll just see what happens, you know.
Mhm.
And yeah, we'll see with Vic because we'll say that and then we'll see that Vic turns out to be, you know, whatever Vic will turn out to be and then be like, "Oh, thank God they dodged a bullet." So, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Should be interesting. What else we got?
See.
So I'm on Bridgerton, The Pit, obviously Abbott.
Yeah.
Still
Abbott
on my
is always
911
watch.
shows. Still on my 911 shows.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, that's what I got. That's what we're.
Yeah.
And then I've been, obviously a lot of my shows have been replaced with the Olympics. So, which
keeping
the
up with Olympic
women's
coverage.
hockey team won today. They won gold.
They won the gold. Good for them.
Yes. Also, the U.S. in figure skating, the solo ones also won gold.
well.
So it was like, good for y'all. But yeah, and then Layla Edwards is the first black woman
Speed skater?
hockey player and black black woman hockey player.
I saw a black speed
to-
skater one.
Yeah, she did that. She did that last time. It was like she was the first for speed skating, and then came back and won again. Like, go girl. But for hockey is big because Layla Edwards is the first black person, I think, period, but also the black woman on the hockey team to ever win a medal.
Yeah,
And now it's
that's
gold.
great.
Let's go, girl.
Let's see. What was a black woman that was a speed skater? Erin Jackson.
I was like, Aaron.
Yeah, Erin Jackson.
Yeah.
Good for her.
And she was the flag bearer as well for the opening ceremony.
Okay.
So yeah, lots of good things. Lots of good shit happening. We love
Yeah.
to see it.
Very, very, very cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything else. There's things to watch, but yeah, don't really have anything else.
Yeah. Soon I'm going to have
Need
like
to go
a
over.
Tubi dive. That's going to be fun.
I did
I'll
download
keep y'all
Tubi as Ari and Sharia told us. I do want to watch that on to my next with my ex show. I'm not going to watch the
Yeah.
Studs vs. Femme show, but I will watch the on to my next with ex. Like, I was like, no, they got something here. I'm going to watch this. But yeah, Tubi is gay as hell on there and free for now, but I see what they're doing. So, all right. Well, that's it. Any other shows? We good to go?
We're
No?
good to go. I know that right after
All
this,
right.
I'm going to be like, forgot
I know
to say,
there's a
forgot to
bunch
do
of
the things.
shows that I
There's
feel like
always
I'm
that.
leaving out, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm in progress on some things. Oh, Paradise is on its way back. So I'm excited that on Hulu season 2. Did you watch
Yes,
season
I can't
1?
wait. I
Yeah,
cannot
that's gonna
wait
be
for Paradise to
crazy.
come back. I'm almost caught up on The Shy now.
Okay.
I'm almost caught up. We're in there.
Yeah. I got caught up
We're
on,
in there.
I always love couples therapy on Showtime. Orna is my PCP, but they just had a season. I think there's season 3 or 4. Whatever their latest season, I did go back and binge, and that was good. It's always great. I highly recommend couples therapy on Showtime to anybody who loves people, likes people, be in a relationship with people, because it's just interesting to watch. It could be triggering, but
Yeah.
interesting to watch people go to couples therapy and their issues. So yeah, that's what we've been watching. Let's go ahead and move on to our advice segment. We're going to only do 2 since we had extended category is this week. So send your questions to badqueers.com. Hit us up on IG at badqueerspod or email us at badqueers@badqueers.com. This first one is from Gemma. Gemma asks, am I a bad queer? Asking from a younger queer to my queer aunties, even though I know Kris is married, this still gives me hope. I'm 23 and I simply wanted to ask if dating ever gets easier. I hate the feeling that I am never going to work out with someone because apps are terrible. No one talks in person, and I am generally feeling hopeless. It just seems so hard. Does it get easier, Gemma? 23 is, you're a baby still. So there's a lot of life to live.
You're just a baby.
Lord willing, just a baby. Lord willing and all that. And it's also, we always talk about our 20s or reference back, but there's so much change and different things going on. So it's sometimes hard to connect with someone else when they're going through their journeys and different things going on. Some people are in their second adolescence. I know that more if y'all were out younger. But yeah, everybody's doing a lot of things, everything at once in their 20s. So use that time to date, to figure yourself out, and remain hopeful. It only takes one person. You can meet a good friend or a significant person in your life in your 20s that might turn into something later. But there is certainly always hope, and you're super young. And I know you probably heard that many of times, but truly 23 is very young. So you have some time. And even if you were older, there's still time. As long as you're breathing, there is hope and there's time. So use it, date around, figure your stuff out. And yeah, it'll just naturally happen.
I can say, as a person who is back out on the dating scene, it does. But it's mainly because of you. And that's the honest part. Yes, apps are terrible. I'm not on the apps anymore. I won't. Can't find me. Won't see me. Won't do it. But if you become really sure in yourself and no, for real. if you see me on one of them, it was a mistake and I forgot to delete it. Like, that's all it is. And yeah, so it really depends on you in terms of how you move when it comes to dating. I think that's the biggest thing that I'm learning is if you're going to do it, shoot your shot and be okay with knowing that the worst they can say is no and then keep moving. But, the best thing they can say is yes. And then that can push you forward into something really great. You may meet some people who are, especially because you're younger, you're going to meet some people who are insecure. You're going to meet some people who are trying to find themselves, but you're going to also meet some folks who are really dope, and you'll be able to learn a lot of things about them, about you. And it really just depends on where you decide to look. Going to in-person events, being able to check some people out on social media, being able to get friends to introduce you to friends. You're probably, wherever you live, 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up moving. And that's a whole different dating pool. And they're going to love it because you didn't live there before. So it's like fresh meat. Don't get played by that, though, because that's how you easily get to hook up with the wrong person in the group. And then you're ruined. So it does get easier, but it really relies on the actions that you're willing to take when it comes to dating. So take a look at what you're doing and what feels good, and then move in that direction. All right. My next Am I a Bad Queer is from Anonymous. I'm going to call Anonymous Jasmine. Just sticking with J names. Am I a bad queer? I need your help. I'm a 34-year-old queer South African woman. I got out of a 5-year polyamorous relationship about a year ago. While I was in that relationship, I got into another relationship for a year and a half. Both my partners knew about each other and it was healthy for the most part. The partner I was with for 1.5 years was monogamous, but was okay with me being poly since we met while I was in a relationship. Now that I'm single, she wants us to get back together and wants me to be monogamous. I'm not back in the streets. I met someone who I have a really great connection with. She is someone I see myself dating long term, but she's very monogamous. And I'm very polyamorous. I feel like I keep letting good people go because we don't match in our dating styles. Am I a bad queer for considering being monogamous for someone? P.S. I'm really enjoying my single life, so I'm in no rush to get booed up, but I'm genuinely asking for the long run. Jasmine. All right, so Jasmine, we have a couple episodes where we've brought in polyamorous relationships and had folks talk about their like ethical non-monogamy and things like that. I also have multiple friends who were polyamorous and then found somebody that they were like, you know what, I'm willing to be monogamous for you. So that is not outside of the range. That happens more than we know. It's not like you stick with, I don't think polyamory is something where it's like you stick with an identity. Like you're like, yes, I'm a lesbian or yes, this. But even at the same time, a lot of folks go from bisexual to lesbian or lesbian to queer and things a lot. So the things that you want will shift. In the long run, you may decide like, no, I don't want to do all of this. I'm tired. I really like this person. This person feels great for me. I'm going to do this. But if that's not the case for you in the moment, then honestly, you just have to stop dating people who aren't monogamous. You're going to have to date non-monogamous people and make that known ahead of time rather than getting too far in and being like, well, I'm monogamous. And then you're like, but I like you. But I can't stick around for just you. So you got to start making that known way earlier. And like you said, if you're in no rush to get booed up, but you're thinking about it because you're seeing traits in other people that you want to possibly do that with, know that it is an option for you, but have fun with what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I think if you're in no rush and you're enjoying your single life and you got to keep kind of riding that. I mean, I don't really have much that I could offer you here in terms of advice, but I think continuing to be like open about what you're looking for and, you know, respecting other people's decisions in terms of what they're looking for. And if they are monogamous, and it just kind of is what it is. Like, you know, I don't think you should force yourself to be monogamous for someone because you're connecting to that one person. Unless it's like profoundly, you just can't live without them. They're worth doing that. Just see where it goes. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like, you know, like if you're committed to being single right now and enjoying your time, then I think you should kind of see that through. And I don't know, like don't bring somebody in here when you are enjoying your single life. Like let those people go, and you know, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So enjoy it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't get booed up if you're in no rush, because that person might be in a rush. They might have these plans ahead of them, these things that they want in a partner, that they might see in you, and y'all are just not at the same place in your life. So yeah, I don't know. Enjoy being single. Like that's what you should do. So yeah, enjoy. Hope that helps. Enjoy. Yeah. All right. That's it for this week's Am I a Bad Queer? You can send your questions to badqueers.com. Hit us up on IG at badqueerspod or email us at badqueers@badqueers.com.
All right. What type of bad queers would we be if we didn't have unpopular queer opinions? My bad queer opinion this week is probably more of a community note, but it's also like, make sure you just do this. Please have the sex talk with your friends. Too many of us are deprived of the pleasure that we could be having because of old, outdated concepts, things like that. But also because some of us may have come out later, we really didn't have any of the instructions. And a lot of it is just looking at porn, and the porn that we have is bad. So we need to be open about talking to our friends about sex, from toys to techniques to kinks. Like, have those conversations with folks because they don't teach this in sex ed. We are our own sex ed, and being able to have that in like a safe environment where you're not providing shame. Like, you don't do what? How? Did you know? Like, have the conversation and sit and openly let people know what you're into, what you're not. Ask questions when they mention the things that they do. But I just want us to feel a bit more empowered in what we're doing, and for friends to be encouraged to have that talk with their other friends, because I realize a lot of us aren't doing that, and we should be.
Yeah. I think it always just depends on your, which friends and which ones are open to talking about that. And maybe even doing an activity that kind of surfaces that. Maybe I'll do something fun that's sex education-ish or whatever, But yeah, certainly the friends that you should have some friends that you talk with about sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Important.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a backward opinion today or a community note. I'm just going to wish y'all happy Black History Month. This month is going a little bit better than January, and I don't know. We'll hold on to that. I don't really have
That's per
anything.
usual. I feel like that happened last year too. It's like you know how we have the breakdown of seasons for Chicago, and it's like the 12 seasons that we have instead of the 4.
Mhm.
That's what I feel like happens each year. It's like, all right, we come in hot in January. January is out of control. We do the things, and then we kind of feel a little bit better, but there's a lot of fuckery that still happens.
And that's not to say there isn't. It was just that January was pretty crazy. February is also very crazy as well. But, yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying their Black History Month, so.
Yes.
That's all.
I hope that you're eating good, that your skin is moisturized, and that you get to love on something or someone.
Yeah, and just protecting your peace, and also learning, from all this Black History Month content, because it gets better every year with the, a deeper dive of people and surfacing of people who, have done things in their contributions to the world. So, and this is the 100th year anniversary of Black History Month being celebrated. So, yeah, happy Black History Month. It's American history.
History Month. Yes. All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up the show. But we would never leave you without giving shout outs to our faves. My shout out this week goes to Ash and Cort. They are a street style jewelry company centered around gender neutral jewelry. They are based in Houston, and it is Black and queer owned. Their stuff is great. You can layer it. It looks really good. Feels good on your skin, all the stuff. So you can follow at Ash and Cort. Cort is spelled C-O-R-T on IG.
All right, my shout out is to Nina Chanel Abney. The trailblazing artist just released their first highly anticipated debut monograph. The monograph contains more than 300 works, including large-scale paintings, sculptures, installations, and murals. You can follow and support Nina on IG at Nina Chanel.
Right. Well, that is it for the show. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Take care.
I'm sorry that I'm